Welcome back, dweebs, to another episode of the Weekly Dweeb. With me, as always, is my good friend Kev. Kev, how are we doing today?
Happy Monday, everybody. Doing just swell over here. Shout out chat. How are you? And James, how are you doing on this fine first Monday of March?
I would be doing much better if technology didn't suck and just piss me off all the time, but not too bad, man. Not too bad. Not too bad. I see the people are here. They've been waiting for us. Sleek, Headbug. What is going on, guys?
Hello.
Speak to me, eggs. Oh shit. Kev, where do we I had a light run of show and then I had a late ad tonight. Where do you want to start? Do you want to talk Daredevil? Daredevil comes out tomorrow. We are going to do a weekly show on it. It sounds like I think we're going to do one Wednesday at 6. We've got the Dumbledore actor getting announced, and then we've got the old AI issue again. Always seems to be propping up.
Yeah, it ain't going anywhere. It ain't going away, unfortunately.
No, I think it's going to keep getting worse, right?
Yeah, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. I don't know that it does get better. And the AI artwork will get better. And eventually
therein lies the problem,
our
right?
ability to tell the difference will,
that's probably the true problem, right? Is that
yeah, I would think so.
We're gonna have problems telling the difference. Let's just start there then. Let me get this pulled up. This one involves Activision. Stunning development. Nobody's surprised by this. Yeah. It's Activision. We've got. Sorry, my computer's being really slow tonight, and that was the reason we were late. Is because my internet went to hell, and then by the time I got a chance to look at, get the computer up and running, I didn't have a chance to see if it was working. Activision once again under fire for alleged generative AI use. Now for a fake Guitar Hero game? ? So they are in trouble again for generative AI after a week ago admitting that they used generative AI in a bunch of Call of Duty 6 Black Ops assets, which I did not know. I didn't see this. So this is news to me.
That shit wasn't lazy enough as it is.
Right? Like,
we're going to give you, it's the most sports game approach to a non-sports game I've ever seen, the Call of Duty model. Right nowadays, because even if you have the free one, right, it's like 6 games in one. They're just constantly trying to sell you Black Ops or something else while they're in there. It's just nothing but other licenses. Like, oh, here, buy this, buy the Scream Killer as a skin, buy Michael Myers as a skin. It's golly, and they can't even pay people to make those. Now it's going to be buy this AI slop of a skin. That's crazy. Oh, and I'm not surprised, James, that now that you've scrolled down to see that this was for an alleged mobile game. That must be it's like a hive of scum and villainy.
It really is.
The mobile app space in general. My apologies if any of you out there are friends with a mobile game developer. I've only known one in my life, and I wouldn't leave him alone with my wallet or a loved one. So maybe that's just my own personal
you've
take.
got, as reported by Inside Gaming, the generative AI in question appears for a Guitar Hero mobile ad. We're just going to pull this up because this is, once you start looking at it, you're like, oh my.
Shout out Anthony, by the way. See you in chat. Good luck with the preparing of dinner. Looks like he's got a laundry list of chores, pun intended. But he has a reward. Picked up his copy of the High Republic Tears of the Nameless. So I can't wait to hear how that's going.
See if it's switching over. Okay, here we go. Again, my computer is being extremely slow right now.
Harl says, "What? Come on! What if Activision can't afford artists, or what if they don't have a guy on staff who enjoys the craft that they went into business about in the first place?" Tears of the Nameless make it content. We got a nameless little freak tier.
Let's see here. I'm going to try to get this zoomed in a little closer. So I might go back to that article. It's just not zoomed in very good. Let's go back to this.
What if the people at Activision can't draw? Sleek's got a good, they've got if it's just like when someone would give you their homework to copy and they say, don't copy it word for word. Okay. Never do that, kids. If somebody is dumb enough to copy your homework, they probably aren't going to be smart enough to write it in their own words. Now, I'm not saying that you yourself are dumb. I'm just saying you can never trust the dummy who won't do their own homework to put in any effort, let alone make it change it just enough so it sounds like you wrote it in your own words. That's what he needs Activision, or suggested Activision should do, to make sure their AI doesn't look too AI. Just have somebody check for fingers, or maybe make sure the colors are the same. Like, why you got 2 blue lines and 2 red lines?
The colors is the first thing like noticed.
Blue.
That there's like extra legs. If you look at this, it's kind of hard to see the speakers, but let me zoom in one last. See if I can zoom in one last time.
Yes. Thank you. Oh yeah.
If you look at the back speakers, they look terrible.
If I could change the words, I basically wrote it. It's a good point, Sleep. It's a good point. I mean,
just dumb. Like, why?
Good job, Grok. I mean, it is Activision.
Why?
Right? Like,
why? You have the money.
I know they want to keep it. That's the thing. That's their whole deal. They're just like, nah, mine. Every CEO you've ever known relates to the dragon in high fantasy that's sitting on just a mountain of gold that it cannot spend nor eat. It just is happy that no one else can touch it. These are my awards, mother, from Army. That one's for you, Harles.
My computer is freaking out. Let's get some stuff closed here.
Why 4 guitarists in the band? That's another good one. Yes, okay. It's like a I Spy thing. We're having fun now. Okay. How many other things can we find that are completely busted? The quartet of only the Guitar Hero Mobile String Quartet is here.
I love the wrong colored notes. Like, that's such a, and then the notes all look different. Like, it's just a fucking mess. I'm gonna try to zoom in just a little bit more here.
Yeah, the 2 in the center really get their wires crossed. The seal is for.
Oh, this might work if I put us on the side. We might be able to get zoomed in here real good.
Because you've got you've got 2 pink ones, but the one on left of center is turned blue, and the one in the center has pink and blue. Yeah, this is great. This is just some great work. I'm not surprised.
It's bad. It is not good.
Derpy, what up? How original is this in Fortnite? Where are the strobe lights shining from? Yeah, one of those speakers, I think a curtain and got turned into a speaker. Like, see how giant You've got
The speakers are all
like
goofy. The more, like, the closer you look at the speakers, the worse it gets.
and then behind them, it just looks like there are two giant ones on stage. Yeah, I mean, this
It's not good.
it's the world we're living in, gang. It's gonna get even better. Just wait.
That's the worst part is it's like, this is bad AI. Like, it's gonna get better, and I fucking hate it. I fuck you, corporations. Fuck all of you. Fucking
I can hear the
souls.
Guitar Hero crowd boo right now. You know, some of
Yeah,
you
of course,
are
they're
familiar.
not happy with it, I'm sure.
You're bad at if you're bad at it, you can hear them just booing you. That's what I think is going on right now.
Yeah, I guarantee you the Guitar Hero crowd is not happy about this. They are not pleased.
And our season 2. Yeah, this is like something what were they called? The Wiggles? It seems like a concert for children. You know, the kind of place where you should probably just keep a cop in the parking lot because some of those parents are probably driving home drunk, and we just can't have that now. But on another hand, I can't blame you, because how many times can you listen to someone sing "fruit salad, yummy yummy" before you put either a barrel of whiskey or a barrel of something else in your mouth? Right. Yes, the Wiggles.
I am just closing tabs left and right, trying to get my computer to not want to blow up.
Harles is well versed in getting booed in Guitar Hero. Are the U.S. Wiggles as bad as the Aussie ones? I think they're just the same. I think they just came here, which is ridiculous. How'd we let any criminals off that island? Or was that New Zealand? I don't remember. Either way, I want to see the Wiggles in a Mad Max movie, which is insert smooth segue here while James is closing some tabs. George Miller says he will make the next Mad Max film if the stars align. The script is done. It takes place a year before Fury Road. And rumor has it that he's going to have at least one film he'd make before that. But I want to be the one to break this other rumor to all of you. Yes, the Wiggles are potentially going to be cast as a little small sect. They're going to be somewhere just outside of Gastown. Going to be some scoundrels coming after you. They're really, really trying to get at least one last film. Now, I have to take a second and say that some of what I just said was true. They are really trying. George Miller is potentially going to make one more Mad Max film, which, I love, because once he's gone, I assume these movies will continue to be made and will be made very poorly. But that's just a Disney getting to me, I think, James. Maybe George, please, if just whoever you sell it to, just write one clause in there that says we're not going to sell this to Disney, because I can't have them ruin anything else that I love.
Please. Or Amazon MGM or whoever, right? Like,
true.
Please, God, no. None of them. Please, God, no.
You're messing with me. I am not. I'm messing about the Wiggles part, but this is courtesy of Vulture, which is their Vulture. They devour culture. There you go. So that's a thing. Vulture crave. That's their. I'm just reading their Twitter bio, man. No
fuck
kidding.
The studio. I think we are all on the same page. Like, we do not let another corporate conglomerate get a hold of this. Like, they'll just start using generative AI in it. It'll fucking be slop. It'll fucking do not. We don't want it. We don't want it, guys. Leave us alone.
It's one of the few times I can actually now be happy that the world, for some reason, seems to not care for Mad Max. And even though a lot of effort are put
Right?
into these movies, they don't always do well in theaters. At
But in
least
this situation, like,
it's maybe good because maybe they'll just let it die when he's done, and they won't try to continue to milk it because they won't see any value being in it. And we can just have our nice
and
little
just
story
we
and
can
not have
move
it
on
ruined.
again. We can move on again.
I don't want to sing the fruit salad song.
Oh,
Oh no!
what did you do?
Why did I bring that up? I'm glad it connected with so many of us.
It hit everybody. Like we're all just like, no.
Ooh, Sleek just watched the new Venom. I have thoughts. Ooh, I would love to hear
haven't seen
them.
one since the
I have
first
not
one.
seen it. Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, I think I'm at least 2 movies behind, but
Speaking of things I haven't seen, if you have not checked out, if you have or you haven't, if you've watched Captain America: Brave New World, Kev did just release about a 5-6 minute spoiler-free review of it,
right.
because it was requested by the people in our Discord. So please check that out. I know it was closing on 100 views, so congrats, Kev. And shout out to our Discord people. If you'd like to come and talk shop with us all the time, all day, every day, just come on down. There will be links.
Right.
There's a link in the description. So come join us. That's where I dropped the AI one today. So
and don't worry, full on spoilers coming soon, which we will be able to get into a lot more of my thoughts, because that's a movie you can't really crack open without just thoroughly spoiling it in order to properly complain about the issues that I had.
Yeah, my plan.
It was easy to give it credit without spoiling it, but then just so we're all on the same page, if you listen to the review, the spoiler free one, it's probably going to be a little more heavy handed when we get into the full spoilers, because then I can actually explain the parts that I didn't like. It's a lot easier to say the acting, I liked this part, I liked that part, get out.
The original plan for tonight was for me to watch it and then discuss it, and then I had an event Saturday and I was not able to make it. So the whole show got scrapped, and then my computer went to shit, and fucking here we are 20 minutes in trying to still figure everything out. Shadow says the new Harry Potter is going to suck. Okay, there's our lead into it. Shadow is always right. Shadow also changed his picture, so that caught me off guard there. I wasn't sure who that was for a second.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
He did change it. So let's go in there, because Dumbledore has been cast. Let's see. Let's blow up my computer one more time here. I closed everything I possibly can. Come on, bud.
No whammies.
Ha ha! John Lithgow is confirmed to be playing Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series. Interview Screen Rant. It's a real interview, and it was quite weird that that's the way he announced it, but whatever. It was on Twitter, or maybe that was one version I see. He's accepted the role of the headmaster of Hogwarts. He said it was a huge decision in his life because it's going to define the last half of his life, the last quarter, last 15 years, whatever. Because he's going to play it until he's 87, or last 10 years, probably. I mean, he said, it came as a total surprise to me. I just got the phone call up the Sundance Film Festival for yet another film. It was not an easy decision, but it's going to define me for the last chapter of my life, I'm afraid. At 79 years old, Lithgow will be the oldest actor to take on the role of Dumbledore. Both actors that played Dumbledore have both since passed.
It's a cursed role.
So, Kev, I wanted to get your thoughts on this. I have to look up I got to look up some other roles. I know who he is, but I can't remember just any roles off the top of my head. I also am not sure if you're a huge Harry Potter person, so this might be a crowd interaction segment. So I'm not sure. Movies, yes.
Well, I'll be for this, James. If they if they're going to bring John Lithgow in to play Dumbledore, then they've got to bring my man French Stewart in to play Sirius Black. Okay, I'm a little small in the screen right now, so you might not notice that I've been doing the French Stewart face for the last 5 minutes while James has been bringing this up, because my eyes are already a little on the squinty side. But got the lower lip out. Yes. Third Rock from the Sun was not only a big part of my childhood, but apparently Headbugs as well. One of the U.S. shows I watched growing up. Now, for my money, my favorite John Lithgow is what really also for my money should have been the final season of Dexter. John Lithgow played the Trinity Killer. Spoiler alert. Sorry, gang. He was the best villain in the Dexter series. That was the best season of that show to me personally, and he freaking killed it. That being said, I'm gonna need to see the wig, the wig hat combo first before I can buy this as Dumbledore. I'm just used to my Dumbledore. In my head, it's always a beard with some long hair, and this dude looks more like just me if I haven't shaved my head for a couple weeks.
Oh, he's in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. That's where I am really remembering him from, because he's the father to the guy that gets Alzheimer's, and he's the reason Planet of the Apes happens. He's the reason it happens, because they're trying to create the Alzheimer drug to save him, and it works. Then it fucking gets in the monkeys, and fucking all hell breaks loose.
Oh God, no! He's got to give this role to someone else. Oh my God, that's what's gonna happen here. He's gonna get to around 85, and they're gonna say, "Oh, hang on, man, don't die yet." He's got to do these last 2 movies. We don't care if he has Alzheimer's. Then wouldn't you know it, that sicko James Franco is gonna say, "Well, I got some weird vials in my basement," and then the next thing you know, we're gonna have talking apes again, just like in that docuseries. Derpy, I love your review. Okay, guys, quick spoilers for Captain America 4.
That one is I think that's a non-spoiler.
Once again, to clarify, the Philadelphia Eagles fans caused more violence to their city after winning the Super Bowl than Red Hulk did in Captain America 4. No notes. That's a better review than mine, honestly.
We have an argument that he's Frasier. Shadow says he's Frasier, and Headbug says he's not. And
Frasier is, oh God, what's that guy's name?
I don't see it in his
Frasier's the guy who played Beast. It's Kelsey Graham, I think. What's his? Yeah, remember he played Beast in the original X-Men movies.
Not
the.
I don't know
Beast,
if that's Frasier,
been in every movie the last 12 months. Yeah, Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this, James. I can't think of too many old man actors that I like as much as John Lithgow. Could you imagine? Should we try to fan cast this bad boy like Robert De Niro? Hey, in these robes? Huh? Who gave you the sorting hat? What are you, stupid or what? Like, I don't have anybody else. It's got to be John Lithgow for me.
Oh, good Lord. I'm okay with it. Like, I am trying to keep a very open mind to this show. It's been a long time since.
Hate.
Trying to keep an open mind on Shadow, and just it's been a long time since there's been Harry Potter movies. Like, I'm open to another generation getting their take of it. So I am trying to keep an open mind. I'm okay with this acting, and some of the other rumored ones I've been like, ooh, ugh. This one I was okay when. This one kind of came out of left field too. So keeping an open mind on this one.
Another thing I want to point out about this headline, James, it says, in an interview with Screen Rant, Lithgow said that he has accepted the role of Hogwarts head wizard in HBO's forthcoming series. Just a quick note, again, to those of you keeping score at home, no one is fucking calling it Max. Still no one calls it Max. Everyone still calls it HBO.
Yep.
Dear HBO,
Correct,
hi,
yeah.
hello. Bald man here. You're fucking dumb. You're an idiot. Quit calling your app Max. HBO is the only brand equity that you have, you imbeciles, you idiots. Call the goddamn app the HBO app for all I fucking care. Quit calling it Max, because no one has ever been greenlit for a Max show. It's always an HBO show still. You dummies. Idiots. It's the dumbest. I mean, they're
You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
Morons. Jeez. I still call it
You
Twitter.
moron.
That's true. It's a good point.
I
And let the
still call it
UK
Twitter,
watch
too.
it. Wait, what? Dude, man. Poor Brits, dude. It's been like 100 years since y'all had freedom. I feel bad for you. Why can't you watch HBO in the UK? What's going on? Did you lose that in World War I too?
Yeah, why do we still have regional shit? Like, why?
I will. Thank you, Shadow. I'm here for you. This should have been the segue to Mad Max. But God damn it! I need a little desktop drum kit just so I can rim shot.
They call it a Steam Deck, and you hit a button.
That's right. HBO blocked it. Oh,
what?
That is what redhead lives matter. Derby said. Wait, so is Hermione not going to be a redhead? Is that because he mentioned this once and then he said I'm not wrong? So I can't wait for the redhead switch.
I don't think they've Oh, well, there's all the Weasleys are redheads in the book.
Say, aren't they all? And their last name Ginger, wasn't it Hermione? Wait, no, she's not. She's not a Weasley though.
No, she's not. No,
I remember this story. There's Ginny, right? Or Ginny.
Yeah. There's Ginny and there's Ron and Fred. There's a bunch of them.
Wasn't until I got old enough to start drinking that I realized I had pronounced that girl's name wrong the whole series. I was like, oh, so it is Gin. Oh, okay. Whoops.
Oh, fucking fuck.
How did you just say her? Yeah, right. And I also Hermione. Run that back real quick.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Hermione. and I was it took me 25 years to find out that I was pronouncing that name wrong. See, here we go. The gift that keeps on giving. I'll catch you guys later.
They can change hair color. Wigs happen. Like I'm gonna stand by that.
Yeah, everybody should be bald. I think that's what they should do.
It's easy. If you're just bald, then you can get a wig. It's easier.
Make everyone of Slytherin bald. Just a bunch of bald snakes. I'm here for it.
Fucking Slytherins. I shouted out Discord earlier, but there it is. There is the official link. If you guys want to come down and join us, talk shop all day, every day. That's where we talk a lot about what's going to be on the show. You can recommend topics, all that fun stuff. So come join us there. Headbug says, I feel attacked. It's a trap. It's an attack.
Wait till you play Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy as a fan of you'll really feel attacked at that point. You'll be like, Jesus, why are you punishing me for liking this?
Kev is a hater. Haterade. Population Kev.
I'm just saying, I've never had a video game make me sit and think, you know what? Maybe I should just do some more of my day job. That might be a little more entertaining.
That's not true because that's not true. I know how you feel about your day job. That's not true.
There were different
lies.
Times,
you sit on a throne of lies.
Good.
Yes,
Yeah, there you
please
go. Just stream
publicly hate on
yourself playing
Kevin.
that game and just be like, this is a
Yes.
good game. That idiot Kevin doesn't know what he's talking about.
Kev don't know shit.
What up, John? Welcome to the show, brother. Good to see you here. My thoughts and prayers with you. I'll be busting
it's
wizards and imagining it's Kevin.
Yeah, Johnny, feeling for you today, buddy. I fucking hated seeing that post today.
Wait.
Fucking, that's a bad one to comment on, but Derpy says skip my comment. Here you go, Derpy. Oh, somebody posted another one. We mentioned
Horny Potter. Oh. And he feels attacked. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, dude. No, it's all good. I just did. James skipped your comment that time, dude. No.
That was
but no,
me.
shout
I don't
out
know
to
anything
you,
about
John.
the best pictures last night. I saw Honora won a bunch. I don't know anything about it.
I don't. I may have given this rant before. I apologize. It might have been on a solo stream though. But I don't like the award shows or their ceremonies. I think it's just kind of like a big circle jerk. Not a big fan. Very rarely do I even agree, or would I agree with half the stuff. And then to be even more transparent, I don't watch enough to ever have a real opinion. So if there's 20 movies in consideration for a fucking Oscar, I've maybe seen 3 of them. So who am I? So it's hard for me to, I'm not informed enough to even make an opinion on it. It just seems like, James, you probably experienced a couple of these. It always feels like an end of season banquet, when like the team gets together, and it's kind of just an excuse for the school to squeeze a little more money out of you before your year is all out, and you get your little trophy, and you get to have dinner. Everybody just talks about, hey, how fucking cool we all are. Isn't it awesome that we're all here together on the football team or whatever. I just don't like award shows. Hey, they get all this free shit. Like the richest people in the world get a bunch of free shit so they can pretend like it's not some 2-hour advertisement to try to get us to buy more stupid shit. If I want to sit through that, I'm going to sit through the Super Bowl. Okay. That's what I'll do.
I used to really like, specifically the Oscars, none of the other award shows. I really used to like to watch the Oscars until I just realized how inherently biased it is. And I think the first one, I think it was The Dark Knight. When The Dark Knight didn't get nominated for Best Picture, I'm like, what are we fucking doing? And then they like tried to create fake categories. And then I think it was How to Train Your Dragon 2 got knocked out by Toy Story for Best Animated Film. And I'm just like, now then they bumped up the amount of films that could get Best Picture so they could sneak some, I can't remember what, it wasn't Endgame or one of those movies. And I was just like, this is just fucking, I just fucking can't. It was, yes. And then it's tough because especially the Oscars are so long. There's so much unnecessary shit. Like they always talk about the length of the creators' thanks, like their speeches after they win. And I'm like, why is that the thing we're bitching about? Why don't we cut all the fucking shit out? There was a James Bond montage last night. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a James Bond movie this year.
So it was literally just an Amazon ad.
I'm pretty sure there was. Derp, you have to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure there was a James Bond montage last night, or songs or something. What? And then they bitch about these creators, their thank you speeches being too long. Like, fuck out of here. I will say I'm really pumped. Flow won Best Animated Picture, and Flow is like an independent movie that was created in Blender, and it's fucking awesome. If you haven't watched it, it's like an hour and a half. It's really good. So I was really pumped to see that. Also, it's the first time in like 50 years Disney's gone 3 years in a row without winning Best Animated Picture. So shout out to everybody else that won.
Yeah,
took that away from them.
Disney.
Suck it, Disney. Headbug says she hates the Oscars so much, but I still practice. my acceptance speech because I know I'd be more entertaining than those a-holes. Also, we're getting what's going on in here. I just saw this. I don't know how this comment got here.
I found it for you.
Oh, got it.
So
Yeah,
that's how I feel about the WWE Hall of Fame. Nobody's wrestling. I'm out. And Derpy, very quick to point out that we could just wrestle. So I actually have my first wrestling gig coming up on Friday. Be filming.
Are you going to go
and
heel
doing
like John Cena
commentary.
did?
I freaking hope so, dude. I want to be a heel, but
Be a
I don't
heel.
have 21 years to build it up like he did. That was pretty nuts, man. It's wild when
That is pretty cool.
everybody's talking about it. That happens wrestling wise. It happens maybe a couple times a decade where it's like, oh, hey,
He's
like,
never been a heel
We're
before.
cool. We're cool for him. Not since I think he started as one. So not since
The
like
very
2003 or something. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Long ago.
Now loving all those Make-A-Wish kid memes where it's like there's this one of a different wrestler throwing a guy in a wheelchair down the stairs, and it's like John Cena now that it's where it's just like the Break-A-Wish meme where he's just gonna go be a dick to a bunch of poor Make-A-Wish kids.
Oh shit! What's up, Nate? I see you in there. You becoming a fan of the Vegas team too?
No.
So how does the Cena turn affect the Make-A-Wish economy?
It's done, dude. It is absolutely done. Stocks plummet. I can only imagine how, like, because he's still trying to do. I think this morning he tweeted something that was like, have the discipline to do it, especially when you don't want to do it. Have the discipline to do what needs to be done. And then the social media manager at Netflix, who is the one person I'll say at that company who deserves a raise, took a screen cap from the pay-per-view and said, have the discipline to kick your friend in the genitals. And Netflix reposted it. Just kicking Cody Rhodes right in the nuts.
Jesus.
I was like, that was just, I don't know if he just wasn't paying attention or if it's just some epic trolling character work where he just decides to still go out on Twitter and do his like hustle, loyalty, respect thing. I'm just like, bro, we all saw you. We saw what you did, John.
Those poor sick kids are dying of broken hearts now.
Oh, they can see. They can finally see him, and they wish they couldn't.
Oh shit! Shadow just popping back in.
Everybody's gonna suck.
Yes, Nate. The Cena news is very big shit. Big news.
It's biggest turn since Hulk Hogan, brother.
In other big news, Kev, lead up into our main topic tonight, as we're 40 minutes in and haven't even discussed it yet.
Let's go. It's a good
wow. Now I zoomed so far in on these on our IGN. I am now it's all fucked up. It's like, whoa, like what? It's like my dad's cell phone. I can read it from 20 miles away, the size of the fucking text.
Yeah, dude. Just get better glasses, Dad. I don't get it.
Okay, here. Let's see. News on Daredevil over the weekend. It debuts tomorrow. 2 episodes tomorrow. Big news though. Charlie Cox, a resident Daredevil actor. Where is this? I don't want
broke his coccyx.
I don't want this. That's not what I'm looking for here. Asked if previous Netflix adventures of Murdoch friends, Wilson Fisk, how does it fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe? He says, and I quote this, for sure, 100% set in the same universe. And D'Onofrio adds that he considers Born Again a 4th season of the old show.
Oh, that's great.
It is confirmed that our Daredevil coming out tomorrow is in fact the same one from the Netflix show that came out in 2018. Kev, what are your thoughts on that?
It's a good idea. I think my initial thought is the MCU's raft just got a whole lot cooler, because if this means that all of their Netflix shows get brought into canon, then that means some, Baron Zemo and the boys might have some pretty interesting roommates down there at the raft, which would only make that collection of individuals more interesting to me, right? I can't remember exactly who all to think. What, like Luke Cage's brother might be in there. I think there's probably somebody from I think there's at least two major criminals from those other Netflix shows. So which admittedly I have not seen them all, but
So
I
I've
hear good
seen
things. So it sounds like it's
Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. I have not watched Iron Fist, and I've actually not watched The Defenders, but I then watched the last season of Daredevil. Forget it, not realizing I needed to watch The Defenders. So the door is completely now open for all of the Defenders to return, which is interesting because I really like Jessica Jones, specifically Jessica Jones season 1 with David Tennant as the bad guy. It's fucking really bad. Like, it's really dark, but I really enjoyed it. But so you could, in theory, bring the rest of those people back. I don't know if you want to. Luke Cage actor was good. Jessica Jones was good. Danny Rand as Iron Fist was just okay. I don't know if that's more
they're
of
never going to get the Iron Fist right. I'm sorry,
the show
guys. I hate to be the one to
direction or
say
if it
it.
was the actor. Don't really know. They gave it to a Game of Thrones actor who had just very few lines in there. We've been saying this whole time that we thought it was them in the way they set up the scene we watched last week where he goes, good to see you again, or like we need to talk or something. And like where we've talked about how we think that's going to be the first couple minutes of the first episode and that's going to set the stage, right?
Yeah.
And there's just so many people coming back. You've got the Punisher's back, Wilson Fisk back, Bullseye's back, Karen and Foggy are back. It's not surprising, right?
No, yeah, I think no big surprise there. I think a lot of people would have just done it in their own head canon, whether they made this decision or not. But they could spice up Daredevil with Art the Clown. Derpy says what pisses him off is the glazing of Marvel fans. And then he says here, they overhype things and then it's low-key not good, but the Marvel fans glaze upon it that it's really good, if you know what I'm saying. I do know what you're saying, Derpy, because that's how I felt when I reviewed Cap 4. I even mentioned it at the very end, where I said something along the lines of, if your expectations are low enough, you'll enjoy this movie. And it's like, what a high bar that we have set over in Disney, right? Like, if you come into it thinking it will suck, you're going to have a great time, dude, because it won't suck.
Man, how they've fallen.
It'll be okay. You know? So I don't disagree with that, take. I will say, as far as it going back to these Netflix shows, I've watched probably about the same as you, James, maybe even a little less. But I've always heard good things about those Netflix shows. And for the most part, I've heard people want to see them brought in and made part of the true canon. And they're not doing a great job with their own stuff. So might as well incorporate this.
I mean, you compare, like, and I didn't watch much of Iron Fist, but like Daredevil, like, compare that shit to fucking something like Secret Invasion. They're all better than that shit.
Oh yeah, dude. It's
no, I don't know if that's canon anymore. I've not watched the new Captain America, but rumors are swirling that it's not even canon anymore. So that's something.
I don't think the people who made it watched Secret Invasion. I'll just say that.
Perfect. Even better. As we'll tell Derpy, like, you will not hear us glaze over Marvel. Anything post Endgame has been, the majority of it's not very good. There's been a couple.
Yeah, and
that we
anything
like.
pre-Endgame was just the main character fighting the antithesis of themselves. They just did the same origin story. If it wasn't a Captain America movie, it was just the same fucking movie for 12 years.
But at least the quality was good.
But, you know,
And they didn't use AI like they did in
little
the Fantastic Four trailer.
My little idiot dummy brain got very into comic books at a young age. So now it's like having that one friend that you've known since middle school who by the time you become an adult, you're like, this dude's kind of a piece of shit and I don't even know why I hang out with him. But it's like, well, we've been friends this whole time. So like we're friends. So this is what it is. That's how I feel about half of Marvel's releases. Like, you son of a bitch. You're the worst friend, Marvel.
You son of a bitch. God.
But yeah, I guess I got you. Yeah, you never bring your wallet to dinner. Oh, like, who's the problem? Marvel forgot to bring their wallet again. Jesus Christ. Yes, of course I'll pay for you. We're friends. Fuck.
Oh, Kev is mad, guys. Kev is mad.
The mid CU.
The mid CU. I have high hopes for this. I don't know if I should or shouldn't. Unlike Andor, there's not like it's really odd because the original Daredevil is really good, right? The Netflix Daredevil, but this is not all the same people involved. And oh, by the way, they had to rewrite this because they in the original fucking version, Karen and Foggy weren't even in it. Like they completely scrapped that. I think I said last week I was cautiously optimistic about Andor.
Get on a shirt.
I can't like.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you back? You're muted.
There. Can you hear me right now?
I can, but I didn't hear what you just said, so I'm anticipating it.
Let's see here.
He dropped a beat. Yeah, it was a bit of a. For a second, I thought you were going to come in with the beatbox. You said. Oh, James is gone. I've had that happen to me before. StreamYard sometimes can just be a little touchy when it comes to you. I have had my camera cord like wiggle before, and the light will stay on. It will seem like everything's connected, and StreamYard will all of a sudden go, I can't locate your camera, pal. I don't know where it is, boss.
Correct.
And you got to get out and come back in. It's a very painful experience. But if you like painful experiences, I'm just kidding. I love StreamYard. There's a link somewhere. If you want to give us $10, you can sign up for StreamYard.
Are we officially back? Can you hear me?
I can. Yep. That was an ad. Boom. Well-planned, flawlessly executed ad break. You're welcome.
I touched the bottom of my mic cord, said I unplugged it, and then it told me my camera was unplugged. My camera's unplugged over here. My camera's plugged in over here on the other side. So I just caught the tail end of Kev's spiel about how fucking StreamYard goes wild sometimes. Just goes wild.
Dubstep remix.
I dropped the beat, and not a good way. I don't even know what rant I was on. Okay, I'm cautiously optimistic about Andor, so I don't want to say the same thing about this because I want this to be good, but I'm not as optimistic because of who's in charge of it.
Whoa, okay.
Because it's Disney.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know the show. I'm not calling the showrunner out specifically. I don't mean, let me to say that, but it's fucking Disney, and Marvel has struggled recently.
And yeah, for like, if by recently, be like the last 10 years. Yeah. Or wait, how long ago was Endgame? Feels like a completely different life to me.
Feels like a different, yeah, completely
like 7-8 years ago. Yeah, it's been a long phase 5, hasn't it? What's your favorite part?
Not so secret invasion.
Yeah, me too. My favorite part was seeing the 3 Spider-Men in that movie that made no fucking sense. If you get over the fact that it's cool to see all 3
It's
Spider-Men
awesome.
on the
I love that
screen,
movie.
there's
Fuck
not
you,
a goddamn
Kev.
thing about
Fuck
that
you,
movie that makes
Kev.
any fucking sense at all.
It's a great movie.
God, we had
Let
the
us have
worst
our
Doctor
moment.
Strange. We had the worst fucking Doctor Strange. Dude.
Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, forgot that there was an Agathol, or it wasn't Agathol. There was a fucking WandaVision show. Completely fucking forgot. Oh, here's a good one.
He can't make everyone forget Peter Parker as Spider-Man, but he can make everyone forget Peter Parker altogether, but only after hijinks are ensued. It's, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, Kev. Yeah.
I
I actually read this as Miss Marvel. Remember when Miss Marvel was good? So I read this wrong. And I really laughed.
You're like, yeah.
I don't care.
What a brilliant.
Guess what? It's a good movie. Fuck you, Kev. Fuck you, Kev.
What,
And
Miss
all you
Marvel?
Haterades out there.
Captain Marvel might have been a good movie for all I know. I don't to this day.
I was thinking, what's the Kamala Khan? I watched.
The Marvels, right?
The Marvels.
But that's just a case in point of when I play the curmudgeon or the devil's advocate, and I say, excuse me, but Marvel had plenty of problems before. Case in point, releasing Captain Marvel, like 3 months before Infinity War? Like there was zero build.
Yeah.
Or Endgame, whichever, I can't even remember. But it was just like, oh yeah, this chick who is this ultimate
Superman
badass who we introduced 2 months ago is going to come in the 4th act and save the day. She-Hulk, I rest my case. There we go. I don't like Belvedere.
Daredevil's interpretation in She-Hulk is
Belvedere Cumberbund. I do love DJ Cumberbund. That's good. That's a good joke.
Weird. They talk like in that same article, Charlie Cox talks about how he was received in She-Hulk, and he says takes place before Born Again. He's just like, what happens in LA stays in LA, and he's like, on the response of it, he's like, it's funny how many opinions I've heard about this little moment in She-Hulk. He goes, there's a walk of shame, which was a last minute idea where they set up a big screen big green screen, just had me walk across it carrying my shoes, and a lot of people don't like it, and a lot of people love it. I hope that's some fucking alternate universe version of Daredevil, and She-Hulk doesn't exist ever again.
What up, Polar? I'm actually gonna switch this back for you because we had James.
I got lost. I got broke down.
We had an unfortunate accident here.
Lemony Snicket's a series of unfortunate events.
Snip, snap, snip, snap. When it comes to She-Hulk, I just like to treat that as a fun little group project that some of the homies made. I don't take any of it as canon, and I will probably never revisit. Won't revisit it at all. But it was the least of Daredevil being there and doing a little walk of shame in his old gold and red was the least of my issues with that fucking show. I could care less about that.
Yeah, he was. He was fine. Like anyway. I didn't really like his portrayal. Like the way he moves up and down the parking garage is a little superhero-y compared to this version that we're going to see tomorrow. That's where I was like, it doesn't seem the same. That was more my gripes with just him. The show's fucking horrible. Like
honestly, if he had looked the exact same, I think what does it is the old timey Daredevil costume for
He's got the gold costume,
because it's hard to correlate it with his show. Yes,
the red, like the red and black costume.
Yeah, but he's wearing like this over the top older version of the costume that probably predates his dark, gritty comic book stories. Right? It wasn't. Most comics didn't start that way. Like even Batman, right? Didn't get full grump. He wasn't like that in the 60s, right? More Adam West styles.
You didn't become a curmudgeon just in your early years.
Yeah, exactly.
Beat down by the world.
Exactly. The cold world has to beat it into you. Yeah. So I just viewed that as a different Daredevil. And it's the cheap cop-out that Marvel has at least given us all that we can use when we choose to be dismissive of these things. We can just say, multiverse. For all we know, that's not our Daredevil. And
that's how I'm going with it.
because it was such a poorly received
Not
show.
my
I'll never have
Daredevil.
to think of it again.
Yeah, no,
Hashtag not
there ain't
my
gonna be no
Daredevil.
sequel to that shit.
I
can't
can't.
judge. Same. Can't judge a fellow human in tights. I love tights.
You know, Polar, that's probably a good call. I probably shouldn't judge anyone in tights because I wouldn't want to wear them. You know, like
Mhm.
I don't want to be judged while in tights. So maybe I should stop doing it. I think that's a
Right.
Bible verse, something like that.
All right, Kev, what's it gonna take for you to be what's to call this show a success, be happy with it? What do you want to see?
Mm.
Other than a story that makes fucking sense, that'd be a great start, right? Like for me, like I want it to be fucking dark and nasty and bloody, and I want fucking fight scenes like the fucking hallway scene from the original show. I want all that, which I don't know if we're gonna get it or not, but it was rated like what TV MA18 or whatever that is in Europe. Headbug can confirm what the exact justification is, but it got that really wild fucking rating overseas that nothing gets.
Yeah,
So it gives me hope.
it got like the old Clerks rating.
Yeah, something wild that nothing gets.
Well, for me, in order for it to
R-rated
be
series, essentially. Yeah.
a success, obviously for the studio, they're going to be looking at watch time and stream numbers. For me, I think you touched on parts of it. I would like it to stay true to what had worked before, just because it seems that that's the whole reason that this show would exist. And as you mentioned,
Mhm.
they had to do a bunch of reshoots and bring old characters back in. If the trailers are any inclination, they really, 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 really want us to be thinking about that Netflix show while we're that Netflix show while we're watching this one. So for me, it's like that same old checklist, James. I feel very repetitive over here, but it's because the lesson continues to not be learned. So I just want to see it I hate you. This is a buzzword at this point. A more grounded story, right? Like it's just become
Mhm.
it's part of the Mad Lib of reviewing now. Just grounded, down to earth storytelling. But I would like to see it be I guess in that grimy you know clearly it's going to be, so I don't really have to worry about that much. So what I'm really wanting to see it avoid is trying to set up too much. I don't care as much about crossover characters and referential like little side character references. That's another thing that I will get to talk about when we spoil Captain America 4. Marvel makes some questionable decisions at times for when they decide to just slap a comic book character's name on something that's in a show, thinking that
Mhm.
it's just like, that all member berries are sweet. They aren't all the same. It just there's a character that gets referenced in Brave New World that caused a lot of pain for them. There are some people boycotting that film over their political beliefs, which to each your own. I'm not going to tell you whether
Interesting.
you should or shouldn't do that.
I
But
don't know
what I
anything
will
about that.
say
So.
is that the character didn't need to exist. There were millions of other characters that they could have pulled,
Mhm.
side characters. There are even like I don't know. There are folks out there, again, when we spoil it, we'll really talk about it. But there is a character that gets a lot of screen time that basically could have just been given this other character's lines, and it would have made character A better, and then you wouldn't have needed character B, a character for whom some people are boycotting the whole movie
Yeah.
over. So it was just sort of
Mhm.
like you kicked a hornet's nest for no reason. You didn't need to do it.
Yeah.
And they're always trying to set things up for a big crossover event. That's just tell your own story. That's what I would want to see it do. Not try to be too much. Stay in its lane. Just be a really well told Daredevil
Mhm.
story and be brave enough to end it when it needs to end. Like just tell your story and get out. That's what I need to see. I don't want to see I don't need to see any of the other major stars come over. They love to do that, so I assume we're going to get one. Like I expect we'll see Tom Holland or some kind of Spider-Man reference, just so they remind us. Like, hey, just so you guys know, these
Mhm.
dudes are in the. They want us to always remember that those dudes are in the same city until one of them has a movie and they don't want to afford to pay them both to be in the
Mhm.
movie. And then it's like, wait, where was Daredevil? Or when Hawkeye has that whole Christmas, you're like, so no Daredevil and no Spider-Man for this whole fucking series. That's just Hawkeye and his stepdaughter or whatever. This
Had to
makes a
set
whole
up the
lot of
Young
sense.
Avengers, man.
Just god dumb.
I think I feel the same
It's
way
gonna be
too.
great.
Like we've got plenty of characters, right? We don't need, and you're probably right. We're gonna get some cameo or something. I hope it's nothing crazy. Like we've got, like this is a return of characters that have been gone for almost 10 years, right? Daredevil's back, Wilson Fisk's back. Like they've had cameo appearances in other shows, but this is a fucking elite comment, by the way. Polar Knights. But let's let them have their own fucking show. You're bringing the Punisher back. You've got Foggy and Karen back. You've even brought Bullseye back. And then you've got this new fucking wild character villain, right? That they're all working against, it looks like. Let these fucking characters have their show. They've proven, the cult following of these guys proved that they don't need anybody else to fucking help them. Like
And
the
it
love for the
won't
Netflix
help.
shows, they don't. It'll make it worse.
Yeah.
Sometimes less is more, Disney.
Right.
Sometimes
Like
less is more.
don't try to turn this into the rebirth of the entire Netflix verse. You know, I know
No.
we've had some fun today theorizing about who may or may not be in the raft, but I don't need to see Luke Cage. I don't need to see Jessica Jones in this series. Take your time. Just leave it alone. You know, us fans, at least, you know, I'll just speak for me because I'm more of a new rock stars kind of guy, I guess, where I will get hyped if you have a Batman movie where under an overpass, someone has graffitied a green question mark that looks like Jim Carrey's The Riddler version of like that stuff. But to me, that's fan service. Like just drop little Easter eggs where if I like this character enough, I'm watching this movie all the damn time. I can say, oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. It doesn't need to be like these moments. Oh, here's this character that you've seen before. And this is going to be 15 seconds of a crescendo. This is where the audience stands up and applauds. Like, no, just tell me a fucking story, dude. That's it. Just tell a
Let them
story.
tell the story.
Quit making them rides. They're not all rides.
Sleek says he wants Luke Cage, no Jessica Jones, though. Yeah, let them have their story. We've already know there's a second season. They've already ordered it, so it's already planned. But let's let this show exist on its own, do its own thing, and not wreck it with Captain America showing up or something. We don't need it. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Period.
That's what you're wrong, James. That's the only thing that will work for me. Will be Chris Evans, Captain America, saying "on your left" by the final episode. Actually, he's going to be on the right this time, and Daredevil's going to be like,
what if they end the whole MCU with that? On your left, Chris Evans walks out, and then it just fades to black. It's those two stand together, fade to black, and that's it. That's
but he's actually on the right side, and it was just a test to see if Daredevil's other powers really work that well.
Yeah.
Turns out he is kind of blind. He said, "Hey, on your left."
Well, you really are blind.
Sorry, I had to know, brother. I just had to know.
So that's what we want to see from Daredevil. I will say, I'm giving Disney one free pass to bring back a dead character from the Netflix shows. Okay, and it's not this show. They get one free pass. No, just for the whole all of the shows combined, they get one free pass. The biggest screw up of the Netflix TV shows is they killed Mahershala Ali's character less than halfway through the Luke Cage series. Spoiler alerts for a show that came out 10 years ago. He's fucking unbelievable in it. He is the show.
And he won't be Blade anymore, right? So we don't have to worry about that.
So bring him back. They kill him off and replace him with somebody that is just like a souped up mech guy. It's awful. It's actually terrible. And he's like, so Mahershala Ali is like the gangster running all the stuff. He's fucking awesome. They kill him, replace him in the show. He's like really good, really, really good. And then just fucking falls off a cliff bad because they killed the fucking most important character in the show. So you get one free pass, Disney. If you want to bring him back and just don't even fucking explain it. Fucking Wilson Fisk got shot in the eye in fucking Daredevil or in Hawkeye, and he's still here. So
Thunderbolt Ross went full Nick Cage, and all that we got was a joke about him no longer having a mustache.
You know? Yeah. So,
which I'm here for, by the way. Do more of that, please.
yeah,
Unless
that
let's rewrite the whole next decade of movies because we, like idiots, cast one guy to play the next 20 most important villains. Like, just recast him then. If the role was so fucking important, and if Kang was so near and dear to your heart like it was to mine, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
You
they
could have
really-
just recast him. You can't tell me
Yeah,
that
I
all of a
don't.
sudden Jonathan Majors, who no one had ever fucking heard of before, comes out and delivers one monologue in one episode of Loki, which was great. Don't get me wrong. But the idea that watching that and then watching Ant-Man and Vomit Mania, that you would say, oh, we can't move on from this. There's no way. This guy
You
is
never
irreplaceable. Dumb. Kang deserved better.
Kang
That's all
deserved
I'm
better.
saying.
I absolutely agree. He should have been recast. And also, why the fuck are you making him the villain in Ant-Man and letting him get killed, like gets his ass kicked? What'd you expect?
Yeah. Yeah, well, this was Ant-Man lesser.
Okay.
It's gonna be give mustache.
That's fucking funny right there. That's fucking
That's
funny.
true too.
Fucking funny.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah. So we'll
That's
see
our
how it
rant for
goes.
today, Kev. We did it. Daredevil comes out tomorrow. I think it's 9:00 Eastern. We will be live Wednesday, normal, like this time for this show. We're going to do a Marvel show. We're going to talk Daredevil on Wednesday at 6 this week. And then I think going forward, it'll be on Thursdays.
Yeah, as much as we would love to double dip every Wednesday, we don't want to saturate our market for you folks. I don't want that's a lot of time
Thursday market
to listen to us. 3 hours of us in one day might not be good for your health. I'm not sure.
I just cannot do Thursday this week, so that's why we're doing Wednesday. So we'll be back next week, same time. We'll be back this Wednesday. Droid tier list, I think is on dock, and then 6 o'clock this Wednesday talking Daredevil, which is coming out. Kev, outside of here, I know you mentioned you've got wrestling coming up, paper. You got all kinds of shit going on. What's going on with you outside of here?
That is right. Yeah, big weekend for me. Actually, big month. Come to think of it, I have gigs every weekend, and a couple of times I've got Friday, Saturday back-to-backs, including this week. I will be doing my first ever pro wrestling show. I will share that stuff on Twitter, and I'll probably share it in the Discord as well. So feel no obligation, but we will be producing that to run on our Carnage Media YouTube channel. So that's at Carnage Media PPV on YouTube and all social medias. But that'll be a lot of fun. I get to, listen, I'll let you guys in on a little secret, but you guys have to help me keep kayfabe on this. All right. So I'll be filming it, which is great because most of the time at these gigs, I am just the microphone man, which I love to do, but I don't get any better at being behind a camera that way. So I get to be on the team filming it, and then we'll do the play-by-play commentary the following day. And then I've got an MMA pay-per-view that same night. So just check us out right here on YouTube, Carnage Media. We're going to be doing a lot more free events and having the prelims of our pay-per-views on our YouTube channel. So check that out. Check out Bite Size Sports as well. And of course, dweebs, you know what? Polar, I know you're on Twitch right now, but if you ever find your way to YouTube, me and Danny just did a 40-minute video about Elon Musk. It is available right now on the Clout Route Live YouTube channel, and we will be back Sunday morning for our next live show. So there it is. Come hang out with your other two favorite eggs every Sunday morning at 11. James, you got some cool stuff going on outside of here this week too, don't you? Are you going to be joining me as a commentary man? Something? Aren't you doing some play-by-play sometime?
I am. I'm doing radio for the Valley Tournament for Indiana State this week. Yes, I am. I am doing that this week. So that is what I debuted yesterday. No F-bombs dropped on live radio, which is great because I drop a lot of F-bombs on this show. So that was my biggest worry. I was like, am I going to fucking there? See right there. Am I going to fucking drop an F-bomb?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's
different world, but it was good. But yeah, so I will be at the Valley Tournament doing radio this week. And that's why I will be unavailable the rest of the week. So Please check us out here. We'll be live twice Wednesday, though, and we'll be back to our normal times next week. Kev, I appreciate you joining me. Thank you to that's why I got to get I got to do 2 shows on Wednesday and this one to get all the F bombs out, the fuck bombs out.
Yeah, get you a mute
because I can't do that on fucking air on that one. they get mad. But yeah, Kev, great show. Appreciate everybody dealing with my my computer being crazy tonight. So we will be back Wednesday, 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. and then we'll be back same time next week. So we appreciate you guys. Until next time, we shall see you.